Hello, my dear friends, it's Yuri Tvetkov, and yesterday we have received one more reason to make a video about the best golf rounds. In the case of statistics, and Cameron Davis have played 63 yesterday and -9. And I want to start on the tournament. So I want to start firstly from his statistics, total statistics for the last and current year, and we can see that he have turned pro 4 years ago, but he was starting to play not perfectly, but currently he is last year he was on the 84th position in the federal FedEx Cup, and in official money he have made $857 approximately, and have finished twice in the top 10. And this connection, you know that he is one of the 100 best players in the golf tour. And yesterday on Sandersons Farms Championships he have made a very good scoring. He played -9. And before we will start to take a look for his statistics, play-by-play statistics yesterday, I will try to start from his average time statistics for the results last year. Last season, mostly, the year is still 2020, but the golf season is have started 2021. So what we need to say about his golf statistics? First of all, we can see that he is quite a universal golfer. In some cases, he is more swinger than the short gamer, because you see that the stroke gains of the tee and strokes gains from approach to the green is approximately the same, 0.2. So his advantage is mostly coming from the full or close to full swing golfing. But he's not so bad around the green, and in case of the relative performance, he is on the 13th position in this around the green. So it's quite a high relative performance level, and in the putting he exactly average, and he is just on the 100 position, close to 100 position, and from in the strokes gain total he is on the 44th position. He was on the 44th position last year. So driving distance, he's a good driver. The good distance, not so huge driving accuracy percentage, but it's not so highly important factor, as we can see on the other golfers' game. I mean that driving accuracy in the case of the visiting of the fairways from the tee strokes after the driver strokes. Certainly, rough, it's not always the problem to convert the drivings in the greens and regulation, but we can see it a little bit later maybe. So in greens and regulation percentage, he's better than his average skills. He's very good in the eagles, holes per eagle. In birdies average also. Scoring average is not so good. In this connection, we can expect that he is not so oftenly saving the pars. So it's briefly statistics which is explain us very good his performance last year. And now we have the understanding about his long-term skills and his long-term advantages and disadvantages. In this connection, we will try to take a look. What was the difference in the yesterday when he have shown amazingly perfect result, And what have he did differently from his average statistics? What was the sources of such a huge advantage which he had yesterday? So he have started perfectly, 5 consecutive pars, birdies, certainly. And so we will try to take a look how it was, stroke by stroke, play by play. Oh, yes. Firstly, we need to see for his brief statistics in this day, and we can find that in driving distance he was very close for his long-term performance. In driving accuracy, he was a little bit better, maybe much more better than his average statistics, 71%. And the greens and regulation, he was exactly amazingly better than his average scoring, and he have made approximately 89 greens and regulations. And the strokes gained from the putting was one of the main sources of his advantage yesterday. So from these figures, we can expect that his yesterday performance, his was best round, were most relative with the 2 components of the game. First of all, it's approaching, because you see that even the 71% of the driving accuracy percentage, which were converted in the 89% in the greens and regulations, it's certainly we can propose that his approaches were amazingly perfect. And the second source is certainly the strokes gained from the putting. So now we will try to analyze play-by-play game and to find real reasons of his perfect results on those days. So on the third day, first hole, he have started with very good driving. It was ball was stopped on the right fairway, 308 yards, and it was only 101 yards to the hole. And he is making a huge approaching, and the ball have stayed in 3 feet and 3 inches to the hole. And we can see that this hole were mostly this birdie were mostly raised from the good tee shot, but it seems that the advantage from the tee shot was approximately 0.3 strokes, but mostly it was made from the very perfect approaching. So I think that 0.7 strokes were gained exactly from approaching or something like that. So the second hole, it's a quarter closed situation where that it's mostly the same situation. That it was again the stroke for 308 yards to the right fairway and 103 yards to the hole only. Very good approaching for 5 feet and 6 inches to the hole, and certainly the probability of one part were close to the 85 or maybe 90, and he have did it. On the next hole, which were par 5, he is making the first stroke tee shot to the left rough, and he was in 273 yards to the hole. A second stroke on the right fairway, he was very conservative. He didn't make a long stroke from this position, and he was in 90 yards to the hole. And again, we can see that from distance 90 yards to 100 yards, he's making very perfect approaching on this third consecutive hole. And the ball was on the green in 2 foot and 7 inches, and it was this third, mostly technical part on the first part on this hole, but short during this round for him, and it was mostly technical. And the next hole, again, amazingly perfect approaching from the distance, stroke for 174 yards to the green, and ball have stayed in 8 foot to the hole. For such a distance, it's amazing approach. Too short approach, but this time on the par 3 it's mostly the same. And one part from this distance, it's the conversion of the probability which were working against him. It's maybe 45%, something like that, but he have made one more birdie. So the next hole was par 5, and as we know, the par 5 holes are highly important for raising additional advantage. I mean, to make birdies and bet them. So this time he have made the long stroke 322 yards to the right fairway. Very good for him. It seems that he have right 0.3 strokes from this one. Next stroke he have played from 281 yards to the hole, and he was in the native area, overhit the green, and it was 94 foot and 2 inches to the hole. And he is making very good short game. Maybe it was a chip or pitch to the green from 34 yards, and he was on the green and 8 feet and 3 inches to the hole. And again he is making one not short but maybe average distance par. So here we can see that it seems that he was also very good around the green this day, because you see that his short stroke was mostly related with the scrambling, something like that, with the short game around the green. So on the next hole he have played in the par, and this time we can see that it was not so perfect as before. Approach to the green from 186 yards to the hole he was on the green, but in 42 feet and 5 inches. Very good putt from this distance, and very good proximity after first putt, just 20 inches and easy par. So on the hole number 7, it was par 3, and again the first stroke from the green, first tee shot to the green, 208 yards and 39 feet and 4 inches is good proximity for such a distance. And again, very good long putt, and the ball was stayed very closely to the hole, and just in 17 inches to the hole, and he is making one part from this distance, second part from this distance, excuse me. So next hole is again a birdie for him. First stroke very conservative, 238 yards to the right fairway, and he was exactly on the distance 150 yards to the hole, making a good approach with a good proximity to the green, 17 feet and 5 inches to hole only, and making very good putting from such a distance when the probability of first putt was less than 30%. So it's on this hole he have mostly raised advantage from the strokes gained from the putting. The next hole, par 4, to make not the video extra long, we can see that this time it was not so huge approaching. Second stroke was from 100 yards to the hole, and we have seen before that he have made 3 birdies before that from such a distance, but this time he was in the right front green sand bunker, and he have made the sand saving on this hole. It was very good stroke from the bunker and easy putt. Not so easy, maybe. So the 10th hole, it's a par, and here we can see that again, not amazingly perfect, but very good approach, and very close to the hole after first putt, just 1 inch. Many reasons to expect the birdie, even the birdie, but it was a par. Next hole, par 5. And this time we can see that it was not so perfect game around the green, because we can see that it was one of the mistaken stroke, this short one. It was ball was unknown in 88 feet and 0 inches to the hole, but he have made his stroke to the green, but ball was in the 55 feet and 3 inches to the hole, so it was not so many reasons to expect birdie this time, and he have made 2 pars. two putts, excuse me. Second hole, again a putt. It's nothing so seriously interesting here, excluding the, again, very good proximity of the first putt from the 25th and 3 inches to the hole. Next hole, par 3, and this time he couldn't achieve the green by the first stroke, and he was in the right fairway, and he easily saved the par. Maybe not so easily because he was on the green, but in 8 feet and 11 inches to the hole, and in this connection this was not so easy to make the first putt, but he have made it and save a par again. So we can see that his scrambling was also very good, and in many cases his scrambling was also the reason for his perfect result in this day. And most interesting hole, par 5, where he have made an eagle. So what it was, the first stroke for 330 yards, 13 yards to the right fairway, 268 yards to the hole, and he's making amazingly huge second stroke, which were finished on the green in 9 feet and 7 inches. And in 9 feet 7 inches is not so easy distance for the first part, but he have converted in the amazingly perfect eagle this time. On the 15th hole, we can see that his first stroke, it's par 4, was in the front center green side bunker, but it was short par 4. He was quite close to the green, and he's making a good sand stroke, and the ball have stayed on the green in the 17 inches only. So amazingly huge, perfect proximity for the green sand bunker stroke. And after that, his result became -9. And last 3 holes he have played in the par. So what it was, the first on the right rough, 185. After that, he's hitting the green, 47 feet and 1 inch, and 2 putts. Reasonable, very reasonable game on this hole. So again, the first stroke to the right fairway, 139 yards to the hole only. Very successful attack of the green. Not so amazingly huge proximity, 21 feet 11 inches to the hole, and again very good long putt, and the ball in very good proximity to the hole after 8. So it's reasonable to understand that on the some holes, the first putts were finished in the hole, but on those holes where he was not hitting in making the birdie, he was very close to the pin position up to the hole only also. And you see that the proximity of the first putt was amazingly perfect for him during yesterday. So the last hole, 312 yards to the right fairway, 166 yards to the hole. He's making a very good attacking of the green. He was on the green in 16 feet to the hole, and again just 15 inches was his distance to the birdie, and he's making the par again. And we can see that the first 9 holes he have played much more better than the second 9, but it's quite a usual history. On the first 9 he have played 30, on the second 9 33, so the total score 63. It's the best during all 3 days among the players on this tournament, and amazingly good performance, and it's reasonable to expect from his winning today if such a huge result which we have showed yesterday were not the shocking for him. And today it will be mostly interesting to look for his that in all systems conditions, and is he ready to be the champion? Is he ready to win the tournaments? Because as we've seen before, his best results last year were just the 8 and 9 position. Thank you very much, dear friend. And plus that he will play with the Sergio Garcia, who have the same result as he is. And GT Boston who also have the same result, and the competition is very strong because we can see that the 6 persons will play in 1 stroke only difference, and just a moment, excuse me, 5 persons will play in just 1 stroke difference, but 8 persons will play in the 2 strokes difference. And as we see, it was not so less players who played perfectly on this tournament with the score -9 just 1, but -8 in the first day. 4 players have played in this connection. Today we can expect that somebody from them or maybe another players will show amazingly perfect result. Thank you very much, dear friends. I hope to see you on my channel and all my other social networks. Have a good game, have a good golf all over the golf, and hope to see you on my channel again. Bye.